are two chances. Just as you said, Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball and you could have scored. At least you could have given, even if you didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
This is the Premier Sport Fan Center. I am Ebenengwe. Today, we have a lot of matches lined up. We're going to be giving you update as the match is going on live. Today with me in the studio, I have one and only, you know him very well, the man that talks football like he was born with it. It is Mr. Adeyemi. You're welcome again.
Good evening. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah. Today is the semi-final of the Europa League. And also, the Conference League also is going on. And one important match is the quarter-final of the Under-17 match. And it is the match between Nigeria versus Burkina Faso. We'll be giving you update of all those matches. Don't go away. Stay with us. And you will love to be with us because we'll be giving you we'll be expanding the matches as it goes on. We'll be giving you update of all the matches. Stay with us. Mr. Yemi, you're welcome to the studio once again.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
The match, the Europa semi-final is already on, and you can see what Roma is doing. You can see the two managers, Mourinho versus his boy, just like we saw it.
His former boss.
His former, yeah. We see Alonso with his former boss.
Yes, at Real Madrid.
At Real Madrid. The other day we saw it. It was my Guardiola versus Arteta, but
we also saw Lampard, Ancelotti.
Yeah, Lampard and Ancelotti.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was Guardiola who taught Arteta that yes, I am still your boss.
I'm still your boss. Yeah.
I'm still your boss. Always give me that respect.
Yeah,
Will Mourinho be able to do it here today?
Maybe, yes. Maybe not. But so far, Dortmund has really taken the game to Roma. In fact, they've had some clear chances. Yeah. So. Football is not about how far, it's how well. So far, I think we are in for a very, very, very exquisite game of football.
Let me quickly run down the matches that we'll be covering for you today. The match between AS Roma versus Bayern Leverkusen, then Juventus versus Sevilla. Then in the Conference League, we have Fiorentina versus Basel. Then West Ham versus AZ Alkmaar. And then Nigeria under-17 versus Burkina Faso. Already the match is hitting up. 13 minutes into the first half, Nigeria versus Burkina Faso. And you can see Nigerian under-17, what they are doing. The confidence level is very high. Their ball possession, you give them a very good pass mark. And so forth and so on. Mr. Adeyemi, in 1 minute, just talk about what you have seen so far in the Nigerian
Under-17. They've been doing well, but the issue is, they are under-17.
Yeah.
So you don't expect too much from them. You just expect for them to have at least the basics. They should be able to, string passes together, get the final pass. I can see a little bit of anxiety too, maybe based on experience. But so far, it's not bad. It's not the best too, but hey, it's something that they can work on.
Yeah, it's something they can work on, but so far so good. Their ball control and their confidence level.
Confidence play.
Yeah,
it's sweet.
All right.
Sweet. Really sweet. Because, football, a lot has to do with confidence, really. A lot has to do with confidence.
Yeah. Football, a lot has to do with confidence. And right now, you can see the whole matches is still goalless. 15 minutes into the matches is still goalless. And the match between Roma and Leverkusen is what is really eating. If you look at what Leverkusen is, I never expected them to play.
Oh, that was a good chance. Nigeria.
Can they? A chance for Nigeria! And that is the woodwork. That Nigeria would have had the first goal.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a beautiful one for Nigeria.
And that is a counter.
Burkina Faso, they have taken opportunity for that to counter the Nigerian side. But thank God for the defensive midfielder there. We're able to collect it. Oh, this is the second chance you see Nigeria trying to score.
And hit the woodwork.
And hit the woodwork for the second time.
Wow. They are really, but one issue now that people have complained a lot about is, including I, is that they lose too many chances. And we can see that here.
Look at that chance again. Oh, the guy was even about to start celebrating.
Yes, of course. Look at it.
Look at it. He was only running for celebration.
It was the keeper that saved the ball to the bar.
Yeah.
It was the keeper's touch that pushed the ball to the bar.
Yeah. So, Mr. Adeyemi, just in 1 minute, will you know, in those days, when we talk about Nigeria under 17, those days, you see men with white beard, they will go and shave very well. You understand? They will go and shave very well. Somebody of 40-something years will be claiming under 17. And before you know, just after playing under 17, you go and play under 17.
Nowhere to be found.
You're way out. But if you look at this very particular squad of the Nigeria under 17,
they look very young.
How do you see from the physical appearance? How do you see can you give it to them?
You know, you can't only talk about the physical alone.
Yeah.
You know, some people look older than their age, while some people actually look younger than their age. But whichever ways, these guys, even if but to me, they should be around that range too, under 17, because we know that in Nigeria here, you are over-labored, especially as a footballer. Yeah. If you are playing football, you are overstretched. So when you know, no matter your age, when you're overstressed, sometimes you tend to look older than your age. So, but these guys are young. Yeah. That's very, that's so sure that, I'm so sure that they are very, very young. They are not the oldies.
Those days. And if you look at it, it affected Nigerian football.
And there's MRI scan now under 17. You know, they actually had to ban a team. I think, is this South Sudan? I can't remember now.
The rule of that MRI is that after the test, if they get up to 5 people that are over age, they will be sent off.
And they were sent off.
Yeah.
It's
from the MRI test, I think they only got one from Nigeria or something like that, which is a good.
You know, and even that MRI is not totally accurate. Yeah. It's not totally accurate because there are people that they are way stronger than their age. So those things is not 100%. It's like VAR too. Yeah. VAR is not 100% yet. So let's see how it goes. I hope these guys at least let them win this game and pick the ticket to the World Cup.
Yes,
let them they can have a chance to sell themselves on the international stage.
Yes, this under 17 Nations Cup, the 4 semi-finalists will automatically be qualified to play the World Cup. Under 17. Yeah. So if Nigeria can win this,
Senegal's qualified.
Already.
Mali qualified today, winning 3-0. Yeah. And there's one other. Oh my goodness! That was a beautiful save from the Leverkusen goalkeeper.
You can see Tammy Abraham there.
Yes.
Look at it. Oh, just a touch for Tammy Abraham. That would have been a goal. But he didn't get it. Look at that. The ball just passed. Oh no, it was too fast.
Yeah.
It was too fast. Okay, talking about the Nigerian side, let's quickly look at the tactical formation of Unduka Bade, the Nigerian coach. Yeah. You see here he's playing 4-3-3. 4-3-3 with Agada at the right side, Abdullahi as the last man, then Eke from the left side. Yeah. You know, these 3 people, they scored. I think they scored in the 3 match, the last match they played against South Africa that ended 3-2.
Yes, yeah. You know one thing about this team is my issue. Look at defensively, they concede a lot. Like, look at it. First few minutes of the game, they already conceded against Morocco. Yeah. And even against South Africa, they conceded the whole 2 goals. The only reason.
And there was a beautiful goal the South African scored.
Yes.
He ran past 3 defenders and he gave a bombastic.
Oh, look at this opportunity for this. Oh, that was well.
That's a good save by the goalkeeper.
And there was this guy from South Africa that was pinning the neck for Nigerian team. After the match, Unduka just went to pat him on the back and say he did well. Yeah. And you know they are out now. Senegal defeated them yesterday 5-0.
Yeah. You know, I begin to wonder the South African style of game. You know, when it is Nigeria, you see they come all out to play against Nigeria. I know Senegal is on fire. Senegal is on fire from every stage of their football. From the senior team, the under 20. They've been winning everything in Africa right now. You know, it's not a surprise for me that they defeated South Africa on 5-0, but the gap was too much. South Africa was not able to even put one goal. They were not able to put one behind the net.
You know, Senegal now is the team to beat in Africa. Yeah. They've dominated. They won the under 20, won the CHAN, won the African Cup of Nations. They are currently the defending champion. And they are just beating people silly, even in the under 17. That means their federation, football federation, is doing something right.
Yeah. There's something they did. They built football centers all over around the country. You know what I'm saying? Whereby, like, for instance, where we are living now, you can just go to the stadium, you just go to the center and begin to play ball. You understand? They give all grades opportunity to play ball. And in every center, they have grade by grade by grade. Yeah. You understand? That comes in. And today is paying off. You see it. Everybody wants to be like Sadio Mane. You understand what I'm saying? You know, like one of the guys, the highest goal scorer, Diouf, in this under 17 tournament now. He said, "I want to be like Osimhen." You understand what I'm saying? He says Osimhen is his role model. He wants to be like Osimhen. Right now, is the highest goal scorer in this very tournament. You understand what I'm saying?
You know, when you want something to work, you have to start from the grassroots. When you want to discover talent, you can only discover something that you have access to. If you don't have a court to play tennis, how will you discover that you can really play? So when you now penetrate the grassroots, a young boy growing up that likes football can easily get to a stadium and just go in, play, tap the ball. Oh, it's like you got talent. Yeah. Then what can we do? Start building it more. So access to those facilities is the primary thing if you want. So now, you see, express Senegal. If no country in Africa, you know, Senegal's pool of talent. Yeah. Then they created an avenue to harness that talent. If Nigeria can follow that Senegal template and build it around Nigeria will be
will be the capital of football. Because we have talent. You know, that's what I want to give it to Fashola. During Fashola time, you see under these bridges, you see football centers where people go from leave their house, go to play. You know, so you have it in Lagos more than 20 those days. You understand? But now, I don't know, the maintenance level is down and nobody's thinking of bringing it back again.
They need to revisit the maintenance culture in this country called Nigeria. It's not, Lagos is trying to some extent, but it's not there yet. Yeah. Maintenance culture, how, you know, building infrastructure is not only the thing. Maintenance is very important. And that has explained why many of our infrastructures are not lasting longer than it should. Yeah. So it's really a menace that needs to be attended to.
Yeah, all right. Now, we are talking about the tactical formation of Nduka Agbade, 4-3-3. Yes. 4-3-3. Is it a good formation?
That's Nduka Agbade. If you look at him, even from the Wafu B tournament, he's a playing coach. He's a coach that will set up his team. Let's play football. Yeah. Let's roll the ball on the ground and all. So that's his style. Yeah. So Nduka will play. You can see it in his team. Yeah. Look at how they play. They are mobile with the ball. They are very mobile, and they are, you know, the way they intercept the play and, you know, they knock. They are very free-flowing team. They play free-flowing football. But, you know, so far so good in the game. If you are watching it live, you'll be enjoying every piece of it. Yeah. Yes, it's been an entertaining game so far.
It has been an entertaining game so far. The Nigerian under-17, they are really doing us proud there. I just hope they can hold it to the end. Probably get a goal. And,
not probably. They need to win. Penalty is anybody's game. So they need to actually score. Yeah,
they need to actually score. So let's quickly look at the Europa League match between Roma and Bayern Leverkusen. You know, what did Mourinho play here? Mourinho is playing 3-5-2 with Balotelli and Abraham as the last two men forward.
Oh,
you know, what is good at? Is that the best he normally plays?
Maybe not the best, but actually, he has some players missing. Dybala is missing, and some other guys. Oh, Nigeria is on the counter. What can they do?
Oh, you haven't brought it on that.
That was too much pace on the ball. So he has Dybala missing, and a few other players. And you know how Dybala has been massive and huge for them this season. So, you know, you just have to make, that's why management is about making do with what you have on ground. So sometimes when some players miss, it has to affect the way you line up your formation. And I think that's what has come into play today for Jose Mourinho. So that's just why I think he's playing 3-5-2. Just park the midfield. Don't let them outplay you in the midfield. Defend well and try to hit them. They maybe get a goal. Then if the second one comes, that's the icing on the cake. But you know, Mourinho is a coach that he can win. He can win with a goal margin.
Yeah, yeah. So let me quickly give an update. Fiorentina have hit Basel with 1 goal, and Sevilla has given Juventus 1, and that goal is coming from Nasser.
You know, they call Sevilla the, you know, I can call them the landlord of Europa League.
Wow.
So they know how to play that tournament. They know how to play that tournament. And if Juventus is not careful, it's another security law.
So, and you know, that means Juventus will be going trophyless this season.
Yes, it might. If you want to win trophy, you have to play to win.
Yeah.
You don't win trophies on your lips. You win it on the field of play. So, and that's it. When you don't play well, you don't win games. If you win games by luck can only push you to a point.
Yeah.
When you get to a point, you can't push you past that. So you need to play. People were saying Real Madrid winning the Champions League last season, they were lucky. They played well and they worked hard. They used their strength and they focused on it. So it's practically more of hard work. So Juventus need to come out with their A game. And they are even lucky that there's no away goal rule again in football. So the game is still wide open. It's just a goal. And you know, we all know that in football that you can actually come back.
Yeah,
even away from home. Which, you know, the away home advantage is not that strong anymore. I think that explains why UEFA to remove the away goal.
All right, let's quickly look at the lineup of Nigerian players. You know, most of them are not known yet.
Because
under 17, you know, it took Kanu to shine before his name was known.
Of course, you have to shine first.
It took what's his name, Osimhen.
Yes.
It took
and Osimhen was discovered from this
under 17. Iheanacho them, they played all, and they were discovered, and it took them for them to score goal before them. But in this very squad now, have you really seen anybody that is coming out that you say, oh, this guy is going to go far?
You know, we can talk about maybe Abdullah, but now that, you know, you need to get them to the world stage to really know, like, they have potential, but who will rise up, who will man up, own up at the highest stage? You know, there are some stage that is not only about talent, it's your capacity to perform under pressure. The heart you have. Do you have a lion's heart? Can you do the needful? So everything is all encompassing, really. It's all encompassing. So you can't just say, oh, okay, just he has talent, he can play. What about his attitude? What about his character, charisma? What about his confidence level? So all those things will come into, and how best than when the whole world is looking at you. Yeah. So before you can say, oh, this will be a shining light, I think we have to wait till if they get the World Cup ticket, and let's see them on the world stage.
Yeah, that is a very good one. Let me quickly read out your name. We have Abdullahi Agada Eke, we have Lawel, we have Linus, we have Michael Udo, Agbadibo, Ogboji, Olaleke, Awoyemi. That's what they have. In the reserve bench, you have Abubakar, you have Adeleki, you have Adewale, you have Ade, you have Onduka, you have Cletus, you have Daniel, you have Oluwakboruku, you have Usolo, then you have Williams. Those are the people taken to this 24 of them.
And you know, they are just, he's under 17. They are still playing amateur football. Yeah. You're just brought like, okay, you have the talent, let's do this. And they won the Waffle B competition. And now they just have to show that they can take Nigeria to the World Cup and go and represent the country at the highest stage.
Yeah, and see, most of them, they are not playing in any club yet. Most of them were brought out from the academy. They understand from the academy and
how do you, if not for maybe you extra, even in Europe, it's just that if somebody has exceptional talent, that is when you will see them playing at the big stage at the age of 70. Only very few guys do that. Very, very few guys do that. That at 17 they're already at the limelight. Very, very few. So, like the Efan Terrib, the main man of football himself, Pelé of Brazil. So, guys like that came up at a very young age. But apart from that, you just have to grow before you can start saying, oh, okay. Then you can start here say, okay, I want to be well known. And another thing I've noticed about this under 17 is misplaced passes at the final third.
Yeah. And sometimes decision making.
Indecision.
Yeah, indecision is a very big problem. Whether it's time for me to dribble or it's time to pass. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes it's very difficult at this age. Some of them don't get it right.
Yeah, but you have to consider the fact that they are playing under 17 too. Yeah. So it's under 17 against under 17.
Yes, under 17 against under 17, but you will not get the best of them now. Like even Vinicius Junior, we are talking about.
Do you know that even Ireland is not at his peak yet?
Yes,
it's still growing.
It's still growing. Yeah.
So you can't.
That reminded me of Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior, there was a match they were playing. Even Benzema, Benzema was disappointed with what Vinicius was playing because he loses ball a lot.
A lot, yeah.
You understand? He loses ball a lot. And he now spoke in Spanish that they should not pass ball to him again. He's spoiling our ball. You understand what I'm saying? And that language was interpreted. You understand what I'm saying? Because it was, but now he's the talisman of Real Madrid.
Yes, that's why in life, if you let words get to you, and let it hamper your ambition, you'll be left to blame. If he said that, actually, is he not the same guy now that celebrates with him? So the only thing is, when you are spoken to like that, is to, what's this keeper doing?
Oh, well, do you say that's a good one?
That's a risky one. You don't do that kind of thing. Because that deflection went for a throwing. Another time you can deflect to your goal post. That's a silly thing to do. But
he was just lucky. He would have just tapped it to the throwing.
Yes.
To go to the safer side. And that is a good pass from the right side.
And I noticed that there are not enough bodies in the box.
Yeah. They are not enough. They are not enough. Good pass. What did he do? Oh. That was so cheap for the goalkeeper. He just used it to shine. He just used it to shine.
Like a back pass.
Yeah. So let's quickly look at the statistics of the Roma match. And it is 53% for Roma, then 47% for Bayern Leverkusen. Goal attempt 3 for Roma and 2 for Bayern Leverkusen. Shot on goal 1-1 for either side. And a shot off goal 1-1 also for either side. Then corner kick, no corner kick yet. And this is the 35th minute, no corner kick yet. In the match between
Roma and Leverkusen.
And Roma versus Leverkusen.
This game now is a semi-final. That's why, yesterday I was talking about the game between Roma and the game between AC Milan and Inter. Yeah. That it was abysmal. It was a terrible performance. Yeah. Games like this, you always want to be careful. It seems a player in Leverkusen is about to be substituted. It seems a player Bankers a ice strap to his groin. Wow. Yeah. Bankers just came in. Wow.
All right. Let me quickly give an update. The match, it's only two out of the 5 matches played. It's only Sevilla that have scored, and Fiorentina against Basel. It's 1-0. You know, Fiorentina look good to go, and West Ham versus AZ Alkmaar is still goalless. We expected them West Ham to have a walk over this. Just a walk.
There's no walkover in football. No. You have to play to win. You have to win games on the field of play. Names don't win again in football. So you need to play before you can say you win. If names win, they won't line up this under 17 quarterfinal. They will just say give it to Nigeria.
Give it to Nigeria.
Because actually, I think in Africa, Nigeria is the most successful under 17 team. So.
They are the most successful when it comes to under 17 teams.
Yes.
Even in the World Cup level. You know, so
the World Cup level.
Even the World Cup level under 17, they have won it more than every other country. You know, so that is a good one. So
you see both Roma and Leverkusen players just flying as if it's a taekwondo or kung fu game. You know. Football, sometimes when it gets to war stage, the men has to rise up. So that's where I fought AC Milan yesterday. They didn't rise up to the
No. The match, that AC Milan match yesterday was terrible. Was a terrible match. It was a terrible. It did not meet up to standard.
At all.
It did not meet up to standard. This Nigerian match is even tougher than it. It's under 17. You understand? Look at the fight. Look at the struggle. You understand? It's better than that match yesterday. Oh, a beautiful chance for Nigeria. What did he do? We have a man to beat. Ew, this is the second save by this goalkeeper.
And the angle is tight.
Very tight.
It's just the edge. So the angle is tight.
It was not a good decision by
He wanted to pass.
It was not a good decision.
He wanted to slide a pass through. But the goalkeeper was smart enough not to catch the ball before getting to the guy said the pass to. So it's been a balanced game so far, but I think Nigeria should have the fair share of the ball possession.
But if you look at the head-to-head, Nigeria versus Burkina Faso, I think Nigeria have won Burkina Faso twice, and Burkina Faso won Nigeria once out of the 3 times they played. The last one they played was 1-0. But the one they were played at 3-1, and they say, well, Nigeria have edge over them when it comes to this level of football. But if you look at it right now, the under-17 is unpredictable because the Burkina Faso right now they are also playing the game. They are out for it.
You know, these are not the same players that won the last time. It's a new crop of players, and sometimes it can be a new way of playing football. So actually, you can't really look at head-to-head for under-17. Who would have thought that an under-17 team of Senegal will pummel South Africa 5-0? So it's just football. You know, a new crop of players, just see their strengths and their weaknesses, and let's see where they can actually get.
You know, the 5-0 Senegal trash South Africa. There is something about South African style of game. South African playing flowing football. You know, they flow with football, but it doesn't work with every team. There are teams that it doesn't work. But there are teams, South Africa will play flowing football and they will get results.
You know, you want to play against the best team. So any pattern of football you adapt has to be a pattern that can defeat the best. So either you play free-flowing, either you play pragmatic, either you play just possession-based football, either you play counter-attacking, either you use wing play, or playing as a unit and all. The main goal is to do what?
A beautiful chance for Burkina Faso! That is a no! Oh! That is a no! That would have been a beautiful goal. Good defensive work there. Good save there. Look at it, look at it. That is the replay. The goalkeeper was already out. And look at it. 2 defenders went behind him to cover him.
The player must be holding himself silly. Like, how come I lost this?
Look at that. He would have hung it.
You know, it's just a run of play, a replay. So it's just a loose ball. He played this first time, he didn't know. He just saw it again and just hit it the second time.
It's a corner kick for Burkina Faso.
Things like that can happen.
If you look at the pressure, it's on both sides. They are both pressurizing.
Yeah.
So right now you cannot say
Nigeria is not really doing the needful.
Yeah.
It's that Burkina Faso is getting closer and closer.
the first 5 minutes, Nigeria pressurized them.
Yes.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes, Nigeria took the game to them, but they started withdrawing.
Not withdrawing. It's more or less like Burkina Faso has not settled into the game.
Yeah.
So once they settle in,
A beautiful chance. He has 1 man to beat. Oh. You see, this is a very beautiful football. That is the kind of football I like watching. Nigeria versus Burkina Faso under 17. They are giving it to us. You know, look at it. Look at the struggle. That is a good defensive work. A corner kick for Nigeria. Corner kick for Nigeria there. And it's AK
it seems as a free kick. The referee whistled a free kick.
against Nigeria.
Yes. Oh, maybe an offside.
Another chance for Burkina Faso. Who is there? Okay, they are recovered back. 4 defenders back immediately. And it's another corner for Burkina
Another
Faso.
thing I noticed about this team is Unduka Agbade is playing 2 holding midfielders.
Yeah.
And any ball Burkina Faso sends goes straight to our defense. Where are those 2 holding midfielders? What are they doing? He needs to call them back to order.
Yeah.
Or else these guys will concede. Because you can't be opening your defense up to pressure like that. When the pressure is too much, you overwork your defenders. And before you know it, you can concede an unnecessary goal. They are just safe. Look at that ball that was cleared off the line.
Oh, look at the pressures.
You know, I was just telling you. When you open your defense up, okay, offside.
Offside.
It's an offside.
An update quickly. West Ham have just considered a goal. You know, AZ Akma have scored West Ham. Do you believe that?
Of course, believable because it's football. You know, I told you that you have to play to win. It seems Nigerian players have lost concentration.
They have lost concentration from the midfield,
They should
and
not
the
go and
Nduka Agbade have to do something. From the midfield, they have lost concentration, and the Burkina Faso, they are penetrating from the midfield, and they're making the defense look so open. You know?
Why are they resorting to long balls?
You know, this is not the contemporary Nigerian under 17 we used to know. Those days, by now, they would have collected what they would have collected like two goals.
You know, a lot has been done to check the age.
Okay.
A lot of countries has not really been truthful based on what we've seen so far on MRI scan.
Yeah.
So you can't really compare.
Oh, that's a good defensive work.
That's good defending. Play it on him.
So right now, we will have believed AZ Akma will be leading West Ham. And that goal for AZ Akmar was scored by Regendas. You know, at the 42nd minute. 42nd minute, that goal was scored, and they are leading West Ham. And West Ham right now is the only English team that is in the Europa
Conference League.
Yeah, in the Conference League, the only English team in the Conference League.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think after this now, they have to go back to play the second leg.
Yes, of course. It's a 2-legged affair.
Yeah.
And this kind of game is still first half.
Yeah.
You know West Ham can decide to turn up and turn up big time.
In the second half.
Yes, it's very possible. You know, it's a game of football. That's why football is 2-legged affair. If they had ended Man City, Juventus...
Oh! He has beat together and they would have beat the goal! And the Burkina Faso have hit the net of Nigeria. And it is Burkina Faso who has one goal.
Look at that.
The striker went through 2 defenders. One fell down like a baby.
The error there is not the striker. The keeper already saved the ball. And the field is slippery too. The organizer should answer a lot of... The keeper saved this ball. Why did the defender miskick the ball? Look at
that. He missed it. And
what the hell
Burkina
is
Faso,
that? The field is slippery.
You know, it's not that it is slippery.
The field is slippery.
Let me tell you one thing. One thing. That's what we are talking about.
How can you do that kind of mistake?
Look, at this age.
The keeper saved this ball. Clear it. What is this?
That's a silly mistake.
What is this? What is this?
It will awaken them. You know, the game against South Africa, twice they were behind, twice they came. And
But this is knockout stage.
Yeah, this is the knockout stage.
What Burkina Faso will just do is just go and lock shop. Can't be playing like this. Can't be playing like that. What kind of silly mistake is that?
1-0, and that goal was scored in the 45th minute. The last minute in the first half. Burkina Faso hit Nigeria 1. And Nigeria have to equalize that any moment from now. If they don't...
It's half time already.
The referee has blown the whistle, and it is Burkina Faso who is leading Nigeria 1-0. They have to, you know, it's just a silly mistake. I was trying to say.
Not just silly, that's a very stupid mistake.
You know, as I was saying, this is the age. They experience a lot of things. Now, some of them, you remember when they are playing, some of them in the academy, some of them they use boots, but now the kind of boots they are using is not. There's another thing again. Some of them they play on natural stuff. Now they are playing on artificial stuff. You know, some of them.
This qualifier. Yeah. This guy played friendly matches, so that excuse is not acceptable. Yeah. How he played the first game of the group, second game, and the third game. What more is there? Fine, the field is slippery. Yeah. The grassman has to answer a lot of questions. The field is very, very extremely slippery. Yeah. But the two teams are playing on the same field. Yeah. How can you miskick in front of your goal? If you are not so sure, you can't blindly clear like that. Play the ball safe. You play safe. That kind of ball, you can touch it towards the goal kick. Yeah. Then pursue it there because you are not in the best place to clear. How can you balloon the ball so flat-footed there?
Well, they are growing like they are growing like you said.
The thing for their career now is, if they don't get to the World Cup, who will know them now?
Nobody will know them, and their career will go like that. You know, why did they know Kanu? Why did they know Roma? Why did they know Iheanacho? Why did they know Sime and the rest of them? You know, or Awoniyi? Why did they know them? Because they won their matches, and you know they showed themselves. They were able to convince people that they were good. But if at the end of everything is in their hand, you understand what I'm saying? Everything is in their hand. If they don't show themselves, nobody will
tell them. They were too casual in front of goal. Too casual, setting the right pass. Now, all Burkina Faso need to do is to lock shop. Just lock shop, and they are home and dry. Honestly, they've not been really encouraging.
They've not been really encouraging, and Sevilla is still leading, and the match have come to the end of the first half. The match between Fiorentina and Basel have come to the end of the first half. The match between West Ham, Akma 1-0 in favor of Akma, have come to the end of first half. The match between Nigeria and Burkina Faso have come to the end of first half, and it is Burkina Faso which is leading Nigeria. The match between Juventus and Sevilla is still on. And the match between Roma and Bayern Leverkusen have also come to the end of first half. Mr. Demi, can you quickly just summarize what we are seeing here today in all the matches?
No, the Roma game, the two teams has been very careful. They've actually been strong defensively. You know, if you don't concede, you can give a space for penalty shootout. But when you concede, you put yourself in a difficult position. Unlike Nigeria, that they've put their... And the funniest thing about the goal is defensive error. It weakens the morale of the team. How can you just... that was a careless thing to do at the center back. That was a very careless thing to do. It's very, very disappointing.
No, with all this defensive error, if they are careless like this, if they meet a team like Senegal, who have firepower and when it comes to forward attacking, you understand? The strength of attacking is massive. When they meet people like Senegal, they probably will collect like 5 like South African collect.
No, you can't say these guys are growing into the tournament. But you can't be making errors like this. Sometimes there's no way to fight back because this is a knockout stage. You snooze, you lose. So that's just it. And it's a very terrible time to concede. 9 minutes first half. very terrible time to concede.
Let's quickly look at the statistics of the match between Juventus and Sevilla. Ball possession, it is 55% for Juventus and 45% for Sevilla. Goal attempt, 12 goal attempts for Sevilla and just 3 for Juventus.
You know, Juventus is known this season mainly for pragmatic football. They don't attack. Many of the times they surrender the attack and look for key moments to hurt you. They have fast players like Chiesa. They have Vlahovic. They have Di Maria. So those guys are fast. So they can hurt you in a blink of an eye. So I think that's what many of them realize.
Then shot on goal, 5 shots on goal and no shot on goal for Juventus. It's becoming like yesterday. You know, at the 75 minutes,
no, even 80-something.
80-something minutes, AC Milan has no shot on goal.
Yeah.
And you know, they interviewed the manager, and he was saying that's how football happens sometimes. That he also was not happy with
yeah, and he's right. Sometimes football happens. Sometimes you can't give what you don't have.
Yeah.
That's just it. And I think AC Milan doesn't have bite. One of their undoing was the fact that Leao missed that game.
Yeah.
So that really affected
and the second leg we play next week, will Leao, will Rafael, will it be available for that match?
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Because it might be available, it might not be available. But it's not a given yet. It's not sure yet. You know, with injuries, you can't say never. There was a time they were saying it would be available. Later, the game was about to start. It was not available. So that's how it works sometimes. Football can be unpredictable. And Leao is more or less like 70% of them going forward.
So let's quickly look at the Kamara. It's Kamara A that scored against Nigeria. Kamara A scored against Nigeria at the 45 minutes, just towards the end of the first half. He scored against
And even another thing is the goalkeeper too. That kind of calling ball, you don't push it in front of your goal. You push it to the side. Those are things that academy will teach you. When you want to save some ball, when you watch those goalkeepers, they hardly save a ball to the front of their goal because of a rebound.
Yeah.
It is useless when you push the ball and you save it to the opponent and later scores it. So push it to safety. Push it to safety, and that game you notice that he didn't really cover himself in glory.
Yeah.
He didn't cover himself in glory.
All right, the match between Fiorentina versus Basel. Let us quickly look at the statistics. 58% ball possession by Fiorentina, then 42 for Basel. Goal attempt, 8 for Fiorentina, 3 for Basel. Shot on goal, 2 for Fiorentina, 1 for Basel. Shot off goal, 6 for Fiorentina, 2 for Basel. Then corner kick, 4 for Fiorentina and 2 for Basel.
The game, Fiorentina is expected to win the game. They are the favorite, and they are leading, so they are doing the needful.
And the match between West Ham United versus AZ Alkmaar, the ball possession, 60% ball possession for AZ Alkmaar. Nobody expected that. It's like they dominated the game. Or probably West Ham is waiting for the second half. 60-40.
You don't wait like that. West Ham too is a pragmatic team. They're not possession-based team. They wait for key moments to hurt you. So it depends on the playing pattern of the team actually.
Yeah, then the goal attempt, 8 goal attempts for West Ham, then 6 goal attempts for AZ Alkmaar, then shot on goal, 3-3 for both sides, then shot off goal, 4 for Fiorentina and 2 for AZ Alkmaar. Then corner kick, just one corner kick for Fiorentina, none for AZ Alkmaar.
You know, when you're playing teams that they don't really play counter-attacking football or wing play, you hardly be seeing corner kicks in the game. So sometimes, that's why when we talk about prediction. After it's called prediction, nothing is certain, nothing is given. So let's see how it goes.
All right, right now, Roma versus Bayern Leverkusen. Mourinho and his boy. Last time Guardiola met his boy Arteta, by this time around, at the end of the first half, we're already seeing how many goals.
No, you can't compare Arteta Guardiola relationship with Alonso. Alonso was a player under Mourinho. Arteta was an assistant coach under Guardiola. So there are different scenarios.
But once it's my boy, it's my boy, it's my boss.
No, it might not be really. And it might be, it depends on the relationship they have together. When they were together, working together. It's a professional relationship, so that's just it.
All right, it's a professional relationship. We'll go for a short break. We'll go for a short break and we'll be back. Remember the match between Nigeria and Burkina Faso. Nigeria definitely will come out in the second half. Don't go away. Don't go. Nigeria is going to, this under 17 Nigerian team is going to make you smile today. They're going to make you happy today. It's not over. Trust the boy. Trust the boys. They're going to make you smile. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away.
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I just go to my this account to say Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about the starting 11. Now we have two starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about two. Let my 2 and 3 they come back. Anybody can. Anybody will collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you.
Next season. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Ekbenwe. Don't forget to subscribe. Alpha. It's okay. This is a strong Man U fan. Versus Zurich. A win for both, automatic qualify. A draw, also qualify. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Ekbenwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. The teams with the biggest fan zone in the world, Chelsea versus Manchester United. They're about to start their match. And it has been a lot of talking between the fans, Manchester fans and Chelsea fans. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. Back to the second half, and the match between Nigeria and Burkina Faso have resumed, and from right Nigeria is attacking and Burkina Faso is also defending, and it's going to be an interesting second half. Mr.
Of course it will. Of course it will. They know the Golden Eaglet, as they are called, knows they need to wake up and try to score to come back into it.
Oh, Burkina Faso again! But this time around, the defenders did a good job.
This is the defender that made that mistake.
Yeah, he made the error. So the match between Fiorentina versus Basel have resumed. West Ham versus AZ Alkmaar have also resumed. We are waiting for the match between Roma versus Bayern Leverkusen to start. Juventus versus Sevilla also waiting some minutes late to start. All right. If you are the man, if you are Nduka Bade of the under-17 of Nigeria, what will you tell them right now in the second half to do?
They need to come on and attack, and I think they shouldn't be playing long balls, because these Burkina Faso guys, they are way taller than them. Yeah, so put the ball on the ground and play. When they started losing the control of the game was when they started playing long balls in the first half. When you play long balls to people that are taller than you, you're just wasting your time. They get the ball again and they attack you with it. So they are taller than you. Then put the ball on the ground. Look at it. When they launch the ball, those ones will nod it and use it to attack them. Now it's putting the defense under pressure. Look at it. They are way taller.
A ball cross. Oh, two people. They are looking for the ball. And the referee have signaled a free kick inside the 18 box against Burkina Faso. Inside the 18 box of the Nigerian side against Burkina Faso. Look at that. Look at that. You know, the guy was looking for the ball. He didn't even see the ball. That is Kamara, his goal scorer. So the match between AS Roma and Bayern Leverkusen have also resumed. Then the match between Juventus versus Sevilla have also resumed. So the 5 matches we are covering today have resumed. So we'll be expecting a spectacular second half. The second half will decide, and I'm very sure today there must be penalty play today. You agree with me?
Maybe or maybe not. It's not a must.
It's not a must.
Because it's the first leg.
Yeah.
Except for the Nigerian game. Nigeria equalized and the other ones are still going to the second leg.
Okay.
So you can't really say they will play penalty until next week.
Until next week, that's when they play the second leg. But Nigerian match, if Nigeria equalized today, there will be a penalty kick.
There will be a penalty kick. Yeah, penalty shootout.
A penalty shootout. All right, looking at this very particular match, looking at the formation employed by Mourinho, is it really paying off? Because I can't see Tammy Abraham in this match. He's absent.
The game, the formation.
Another attack by the Burkina Faso. Oh,
it's not what you really see a Jose Mourinho team usually play like that, but he's playing 2 strikers up front, playing 5 midfielders, then 3 flat defense. And mainly, I think what influenced that formation is simply, that was a good. That's
a good one. That's a good move. He used his space too. You were saying something about
so I think it's just a formation coined out of the available players, and you can notice that they are struggling to adapt. It's not the kind of formation they are used to. So with that, it's showing.
Oh, a beautiful play there. 1-on-1. A chance for Roma. Oh, who is there to play the shot? Oh, that guy is off. Nigeria have just made a substitution, and who is coming in?
Tochukwu out for Ugo. You know, those names can be very challenging to pronounce.
All right. You were saying something about the Roma match.
Yeah. So it's not the kind of formation that the Roma might not be. You know, to me, the game so far, they've just been struggling with adapting to that way of playing, to that formation, to that formation. So they've been trying to adapt. So that's just it. And so far, let's just see how it goes. Because they really need their key man. And I think Dybala will most likely be back for the what is it called? The second leg. Yes.
Yeah.
And even one of their best defenders, Chris Smalling, that signed from Manchester United too, is absent. So you see that they are missing some key players which can influence their play in this game.
And if you look at the head-to-head between Bayern Leverkusen versus Roma, you will see that it is Roma. Most time it is Roma who has won once out of the 5 last matches they played. Bayern Munich also won once, and the thing is that each time they play, they both score each other. There's always a goal in their match, and there's this high-scoring goal. The last one they played, it was 5 goals. Then the one they played in 2015 was 4 goals.
Yeah.
You understand? There's always this high goal, but now we are seeing the goals are not much, probably because of the defensive nature of this very particular match. Everybody being careful not to consider.
Number one, the coach that was on bench 2015 is not the same now, and philosophy can change, direction of football can change, but sometimes history do repeat itself, but not all the time. And this is a semi-final fixture, so the two teams will be conscious of conceding a goal. You have to be very, very conscious. When you get to this stage, when you know that you are just one leg close to the final and to the trophy. So you always want to be very careful. So look at Man City on their day. They score a lot of goals. What happened in their game against Real Madrid? They only had to score one goal, and it was even in the second half. Real Madrid scored in the first half, and Man City second half. So that's how it is. And look at the game now. You notice that Burkina Faso are just trying to hit on the counter.
Burkina Faso against Nigeria. Yeah, Nigeria pressing on from the midfield there. And you see the accuracy in the players.
What is this?
The Nigerian players is not strong. They don't pass. Their passes are not accurate. That is one thing the coach does. And one, another chance for Burkina Faso. Is it a penalty against Nigeria? The referee has given that. The referee. What did he say? The referee has blown to and pointing the penalty. Is a penalty against Nigeria.
I don't think that's a penalty. That's too soft for a penalty.
Look at that. Just a push, body push.
That's too soft for a penalty.
Look at the referees pointing at the penalty spot.
That's too soft. But honestly, the game so far, Burkina Faso has been.
No, this is not supposed to be a penalty.
There should be VAR out there.
There's a shoulder to shoulder. I think the referee's attention should be called upon. Because that's
still the same number 5.
Shoulder to shoulder, the same defender.
It's still the same number 5 that cost the penalty.
Penalty against Nigeria. Burkina Faso about to make it 2 against Nigeria. Let's see what happened this time around. Penalty about to be taken. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper.
And if he had left that guy alone, that guy might most likely lose that ball.
Yeah.
You see, that same number 5 has been the undoing of the team.
Yeah. The player looks up to heaven and is calling on the Almighty to help him. 1, 2, 3, what did he do? And that is a goal for Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso have made it 2 against Nigeria in the Under-17 African Cup of Nations. The quarterfinal of the African Cup of Nations, 2 for Burkina Faso and none for Nigeria, is becoming tougher.
You know, I said it that they are using long balls. That is a wrong approach. Using long balls for a team that is way taller than you. You can play ball on the ground, play it on the ground. It's as simple as that. And they are actually the architect of their own downfall.
But from your own view, I want this penalty out from your own view. To me, I don't think it's a penalty.
You know, they say referee's discretion, and I don't think there's VAR for a replay. So
there is a VAR before the commencement of the match. We saw the VAR room. There was VAR.
Yeah, that means they must have analyzed it again and saw that.
But on your own, from your own view, is it a penalty?
From my own view,
based on the rules of
from
FIFA.
my own view,
yeah.
You know, there's a point in the rule that states referee's discretion. That penalty, some referee will give it some month. Because if you look at it, the guy still has the ball. The defender didn't touch the ball at all. So that's another point to talk about in favor of the referee. The guy didn't, I don't know, the ball was far away off post. Why did he go for the body tackle? Like, that's stupidity. That's stupidity to me. Honestly, that was a very stupid thing to do.
Those are the inexperiences we are talking about. These are the young lads, and
look at
young lad, and you don't expect them to get all the experiences. These are the places they learn from.
Yes, but they are also playing another under-17 team. You need to consider that.
Yeah, they are also playing another 17 team.
Under-17 team. So they should be doing better. What's this? In fact, the second half is now poor. You see, I told you that it is an error conceding that goal at that time in the first half. That defender is the culprit today. He's the same person that caused the penalty.
Well, he's growing. So in the matches going on so far, it still remains the same story. It's Sevilla, who is leading Juventus by 1-0. Fiorentina leading Basel by 1-0. Then AZ Alkmaar leading West Ham by 1-0. Then the match between Roma versus Bayern Leverkusen still goalless. Then it is Burkina Faso under 17 leading Nigerian under 17 by 2-0.
Yeah, and a lot of credit must go to the Burkina Faso guys. They've really been up to it. They set intentional passes. And they move to the counter with the aim of scoring, not aimless passes.
And they are very calm.
They are very calm and collected. You know, that shows that when Nigeria was creating that chances, they've not settled in the game. Once Burkina Faso settled, Nigeria started playing long balls. For what? Look at this. Look at this. Couldn't even control the ball well. What's this?
All right, there is a fight in the match between Roma and Leverkusen. There's a fight. Somebody pushed a Roma man down, and who is down? What's his name?
What's this? See how they were playing.
So it's Nigeria now attacking from the left. What did he do? He has 2 men. Look at that. They lose ball easily and back again. And there's nobody there. There's nobody there. Nobody. Just played the ball to inside the 18 and there was no Nigerian there. For the second time, a shot.
I don't think there's a VAR in this game.
There's a VAR. I think the VAR was shown before the match started. The VAR was shown before the match started. All right. So the match between West Ham versus AZ Alkmaar.
This is a penalty. This is a penalty. This is a penalty. If there's VAR, you see, there's no VAR. I was telling you there's no. If there's a VAR, that's a penalty against the Burkina Faso team because he controlled the ball. The hand was way off the body. And what did they do? Have you seen any VAR check in this match so far?
There is no. Let's quickly look at the Juventus lineup. Was thinking Pogba will play for Juventus today, but it's nowhere to be found. It's nowhere to be found. It is. The tactical formation of Juventus is 3-5-1-1. 3-5-1-1. 3-5-1-1. Pogba is nowhere. Let me check the substitution bench. Pogba is at the substitution bench.
What is this? Just me, honestly, they need to set intentional passes. Football is intentional. How can you just play the ball into the box?
And it's that number 5 again.
The guy needs to be substituted. He needs to be substituted. It's just costing the team unnecessarily. Unnecessary miskick, unnecessary penalty.
The 2 goals were scored by Kamara. The same Kamara that scored the first goal scored in the penalty also. So the Nigerian number 5 is Ogbaji.
Terrible defender.
Ogboji is his name.
Terrible defender.
The terrible defender, and I think he should be substituted.
But I think the officiating has not been the best. If there's VAR in this game and they are not checking that handball by the Burkina Faso guy in the box,
yeah,
they
didn't check it, and they would have even checked.
But I'm not sure
the penalty they gave to Burkina Faso would have been checked for the second time.
They would have been checked. I don't think there's VAR. I don't think so.
Well, it happened in football sometime.
Because the hand of the guy actually changed the direction of the ball.
Substitution, and who is going out? Favor is coming in, and AK is going out. AK is scored against South Africa and is going out. Favor has just been brought in now. Is it? All right. If you are the manager of Nigeria, if you are Luka Gbadena, will you be changing the defender or be changing the strikers?
What you do now is to sacrifice defenders for strikers. Because you need to score. You need to score not just one, not just two, but 3 goals to win the game. You don't want to put yourself in this kind of position.
You know, and why would they always put themselves behind? Against South Africa, they were always behind.
That's the danger of this team. The danger is that they tend to want to grow into the game. Some teams will not let you grow back. And look at it. You can see that this Burkina Faso is a well-coached team. They don't have too many talent, but the tactics they are playing, they have a game plan, a solid game plan. And look at it. The moment all this changed was when Nigeria started playing long balls. Nigeria is not known for long balls. Nigeria is not known for long balls. Look at this. See, is that a pass?
Now, another counter for Burkina Faso. He has one man to beat, but the defender was there to block that. So, now it is Nigeria who is attacking from the left side. What did he do? He crossed the ball! And into the hands of the goalkeeper.
That was a back pass.
Into the hands of the... That's just the substitute that just came in now.
Yeah.
And then we can see...
And the Roma game has been... You can see that both teams are just playing to be cautious. They don't want to concede goals anyhow. I guess because, you know, and Roma this season has not been really scoring a lot of goals.
No. Any match you see Roma, I say play under 2.5, under 3.5, that's what you get. And this match, they are not scoring. We expected them to win this match. And it is Roma who is attacking Tammy Abraham. Oh, good set! A rebound on the ball! A rebound, a shot from Tammy Abraham. And he quickly used that opportunity and he scored a goal. It's a goal for Roma. 1 for Roma and none from Bayer Leverkusen. The goal came in the 63rd minute by Bove.
Wow. You know, that's a team sometimes. You might not be playing, looking for the right moment to hit your opponent and hit them really hard. And that's what Roma has done. You know, the game was that.
Hey, chance for Nigeria! And that is a goal! Nigeria has put one goal in. And they always like coming from behind. They always like coming from behind. They did that against South Africa. And they are about to do it against Burkina Faso. They are 2-0, two goals down, and they have just put 1 in. And that goal was scored by number 8. That's a beautiful one. And that is the substitute that came in.
Abdullahi.
Okay, no, Abdullahi was in before. Yeah. He scored against South Africa. So Abdullahi is becoming, he's going to be one, probably is going to be the talisman. We are looking for hero in this and that.
You know, so far I've not seen one hero.
You have not seen
because you remember the time of Osimhen.
Yeah.
And there's this guy in the midfield, Kelechi.
Yeah.
Not here, Nacho.
Yeah, Kelechi. Yeah.
And you saw the way he controls the ball, the way he's composed, he's turning his dribble. How direct Osimhen is. You know, with his pace, with his directional play, with his seriousness, you see that, no, this guy has a bright future. Yeah. So, when you look at these kinds of games, you should be seeing talent, raw talent, that has prospect.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about this South African guy. Because of the way he played against Nigeria, you can single out performances. Yeah. Who can you single out now in the Nigeria national team yet? Of the under-17. He just set misplaced passes. And I think the goal Burkina Faso conceded is just their error. Yeah. Why? Because they went to relax after scoring the second goal and gave up the game to Nigeria.
No, it's not like they gave up the game against Nigeria. You know, this substitution made by Luka Gbadena is really paying off.
It's paying off too. But the bench should react. Yeah. When you see attackers coming up, you should react. Not until you concede. Yes, you concede. You have to go advantage. When you concede one, you can still do something about it. But sometimes it can be dangerous because now the morale is now on the Nigeria under 17 side, they want to come all out.
Yeah.
So, and it's dangerous for Burkina Faso. It's just a game that they will play the remaining few minutes, 20 minutes plus, and then additional time, 20-something minutes, under intense pressure. And you don't want your team to be playing under that kind of pressure.
And now,
you see, part of the miskick I'm talking about, he just set pass carelessly. Honestly, if Nigeria win this game, to me, they don't really deserve it. Burkina Faso is more calm. Look at the way Burkina Faso team is composed.
Very composed, very calm.
Yes, they are making mistakes, but look at too many misplaced passes for the Nigerian team, the under 17 team.
West Ham have just equalized against AZ Alkmaar. West Ham have just equalized, and that goal was scored by Benrahma, and it was a penalty.
Benrahma.
Yeah, Benrahma threw a penalty.
It's still the same Benrahma that scored against Manchester United that gave them the victory over the weekend, 1-0, that they defeated the Manchester United that won the Carling Cup. But, you know, in life, as it depends on,
it is sweet some.
So let's just see how it goes.
You know, I never message AZ Alkmaar will score and lead them, you know, West Ham. Sometimes West Ham, they are loose when it comes to defensive, when it comes to defending their goal. Sometimes, and now you see that unnecessary goal. You see that in the Premier League. You see that in the Premier League. They are always loose and little opportunity.
You know, that explains why they are fighting relegation. They are second half of the table.
Oh, that would have been a chance. He's struggling in that one. Oh, a good recovery by that number 6. You see, probably that's why the coach like using him. Yeah, because you know what he can do, and you know sometimes they make mistakes.
But he also likes using the number 5. And the number 5 has been disastrous so far. But the game on the 72nd minute, there's still hope for Nigeria, and Burkina Faso is under intense pressure now.
Under intense pressure now, I think.
Right now, they should be thinking of scoring one more goal so that they can kill off this game for Burkina Faso. But because if you allow Nigeria to equalize,
and it is Nigeria who's attacking, that is a careless one.
That's an
that
opportunity.
Is indecision. That's what I talk about.
Not even indecision. He played the shot. That's not indecision. He played the shot. It was blocked. But you have alternative. Pass the ball.
And you have alternative. You have 3 alternatives. Yes. Why are you shooting?
Shooting from where to where? And that place is way off the post.
Sometimes when you watch this,
look at this guy
attacking from the left side. It is Burkina Faso. Wow! A dance like Ronaldo. A shot. Oh! It's over the bar. You see, these young lads, you know, sometimes they have mentor, and you see opportunity like this come. It's Jack. You know, look at what he did. That was a beautiful dance. Look at it. 1, 2, 3, cucumber, and he gave a shot. That was a good one.
That's how an attempt should be made.
Yeah.
Not miss-kicking pass up and down. Okay, let's see what he will do.
It's Nigerian number 7.
You see,
look at the pass.
It's like their legs.
A cross! One is there! Oh, what a save! That would have been a equalized goal for Nigeria. A good header. The goalkeeper.
That was a good header.
The goalkeeper is a very tall man. Look at it. Look at it. It was so easy for him.
The ball didn't even come to the best position for the header. He managed to knock that ball. So he didn't put much power on that header. If there was more power on it, the keeper wouldn't have been able to recover in time to save that ball.
And a big chance for Basel. There's a big chance for Basel. Will the referee give that? Will the referee give that against Florentina?
You know, football sometimes.
I think the referee was giving that. Basel have equalized, and it is Diouf who equalized for Basel. A chance for Roma, Tammy Abraham. You know, this second half, I think Tammy Abraham has been spectacular. I think it's been up to, you know.
Yeah, you know, when you have coaches that knows how to set up a team and how to motivate their team, like Jose Mourinho, they are a very dangerous coach to play against. And this will be a unique story if you can take this Roma team all the way to winning the Europa League. You know, this same Roma team won the conference league last season,
And
winning
the,
the Europa League.
and Roma has not seen any trophy for more than 60 years. What I read, more than 60 years.
A European trophy.
And just European trophy. I think it's the conference.
Yes, European trophy. Yes.
And if they can win this one, I think it will be a plus for them.
Of course, they'll start thinking of if they can win the Conference League, Europa League, they can have a shot for the Champions League also. Yeah. So it's possible, it's a possibility. And you know, the Roma project is now getting more interesting to Mourinho because it's now making more sense. Though they are not really doing well in the league, but you can't overemphasize them, how they have performed in the European competitions so far. And so far, so good from them. They are maturing into the tournament. And that's a dangerous team to play. A team that is maturing into the tournament.
And I expect them to take this very particular Europa very serious because that is the only gateway to the Champions League. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
They don't have, you understand, right now, the position they are in the Serie A,
they are way off the
they're way off the top. You understand? They're not even in the conference position. You understand? They're not
and you know, a Mourinho team has been in this situation before. The Manchester United Mourinho team that was out of top 4, and the only thing they had was the Europa League, and they won.
And they went to the Champions League.
They went to the Champions League. So one of the coaches you can really say can deliver under pressure is Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. The only coach in European history to have won all European competitions.
Olaleke for Nigeria is down.
Club competitions.
Yeah, it's up now. But if you look at this very particular match, it's like the Roma, they are still taking it very easy against them.
They need to.
I expected them to score like 2 goals.
No, you can't.
And close shop when they go away.
You can't attack that much when you are leading a goal to nil, 70-something. It's better to win 1-0 than to play 1-1. 1-0 is enough to win a game. All you just need to do is close shop away from home. Yes. And if there's a team that can defend very well, it is Roma. Yeah. They've shown they can win with 1 goal. What did they use to eliminate Salzburg? Just 2-1 over 2 legs. In fact, they even lost the first leg they go to. It's like the Bala is receiving instruction now. While Adam, the 2 of them, they're about to come up. The 2 of them just recovered from injury. But I think the 2 of them will be starting the next match. You know, it's not always advisable starting players that are just back from injury.
It is Nigeria who is still attacking from the left side.
What is that?
Sometimes these people, you know, like I told you, indecision is part of it. You understand what I'm saying? They don't even know what they want to do. They just want to move with the ball. And see, the goalkeeper is out again. A beautiful chance for Burkina Faso. There is no goalkeeper in the post. And if you see, quickly, oh, that is a miss. Sometimes this goalkeeper comes out anyhow. He does not calculate before coming out.
You see, that's why I keep telling you that this team has a lot.
Look at that beat. Look at that easy beating. Look at that easy beating. Look at the goalkeeper. Look at it. It was just.
They want to check. I think they want to check if his hand touched the ball outside the box.
If his hand touched, that would be another.
If there's a VR in this game, and the handball of Burkina Faso in the box was not checked.
Check. Okay, the referee said play on. There's no penalty. And West Ham have made it 2 against AZ Alkmaar. West Ham have made it 2 against AZ Alkmaar. They waited for the second half, and they've gotten 2 goals in the second half. And the second goal was scored by Antonio.
Antonio, their favorite centre forward.
Yes, Mikel Antonio have scored the second goal for West Ham, and that's what I expected. I expected West Ham to win this match silly, without I think they are coming up. They are proving what they can do, and Burkina Faso have really woken up these few minutes, pressing Nigeria from right. Oh, that's a silly one. That's a silly one. Those are the kind of things you see. Even the senior team, you see this kind of things. You know, the careless play. So 2-1 for West Ham. So I think it's a good one for West Ham if they can be able to win this and go to and draw away from home.
You know, football, when it comes to European competition at the semi-final stage, is home and away. So even if you win 3-0 at your home, you still need to go and do very well away from home. So they don't, and one goal margin is too slim to rely on. Too slim. So why do you think Burkina Faso is now under pressure? It's because they know that one goal margin.
Yeah.
One goal
towards
the end of the game can change everything. You see their misplaced passes.
Misplaced passes. You know, that's a cross. You know, that's too much. Too much for him. You know, that's too much.
At the 88th minute of the game.
Yeah. So it is the 79th minute into the matches. Nigeria match 80 minutes. The match between West Ham and AZ Alkmaar 78 minutes. Florentina Basel 79 minutes. Juventus Sevilla 77 minutes. And Roma Bayer Leverkusen 78 minutes. You know, this Roma is actually the favorite to qualify. Yeah. And the main factor is just the moral factor. Yeah. That is making them really the favorite. You can't really say Roma is better in history than Leverkusen. But you have to consider a big factor, the man on the bench. The man on the bench. You know, Yoruba was saying 1,000. It's like the Nigerian goalkeeper is injured. The Nigerian goalkeeper is injured. You can see him leaping there and Udo. Udo, I'm sure from Akwa Ibom or from Cross River.
A mistake that ball. For that penalty, I thought he would save it. He should not.
He should not continue. See, these are the things. But he's injured. He should stop. Oh my God, that's a dangerous one. Knowing very well that you are not fit, you don't need to continue. You are injured. Call on the attention of the of your manager.
Referee.
Call on the attention of the referee or call on the attention of the manager. You understand?
So
and he's still managing it.
The medical team.
Yeah.
You see what Burkina Faso are doing? They are just wasting the ball to the side. And that's what I'm saying. You know?
As it stands, Burkina Faso still leads, and this is the 83rd minute. You know, Nigeria just have 7 minutes left to equalize this game.
It's still left to be seen. Because these guys they are playing long balls against are better than them airbound. I don't understand what the coach is telling.
You see this guy with the ball now running. He's so comfortable.
What they do is set long balls to him.
Psychologically balanced. He holds the ball.
The others will arrive.
Yeah.
Look at it. Then see they set a cross.
Corner. That should be a corner kick. No, I think I was able to get it. No, it's not a corner kick.
See.
Oh, he has one man to beat. And look, they're just slippery. You see these Burkina Faso players, their strikers, they're just slippery. They're just passing through. It's like they're lighter than the Nigerian players. They're lighter than the Nigerian players. And then, what is happening right now, Unduka Agbade should do something. Look at the substitution he made. I think that is, he brought in new vibe into the team. I expect him to make another substitution that can come and that can at least give them that.
For me, I think they got that goal because Burkina Faso slowed down after scoring the second goal. They just slowed down, leading 2 goals margin. So,
Burkina Faso man is down. I think it's been attended to by the medical department.
Honestly, they considered unnecessary 2 goals. Yeah. Very poor, very shambolic. Left for me, Burkina Faso deserve to win this game.
And you can see, I just talked about it. I think Unduga Agbade is trying to bring in somebody. And who is he bringing in? You can see from the substitution bench. They're coming out, warming up. You know, sometimes some of the matches are won outside. You stay outside, you study it.
That's why you need a coach. That's why coaches are important.
Yeah. You study it.
Like clubs pay millions. National team pay millions for coaches.
To employ a coach.
Yes.
You study it and you just bring in the right person at the right time. But look at that goalkeeper again.
That goalkeeper has tried. Those goals, there were nothing he could do. But the first goal, he could have punched it to the side.
Yeah.
Rather than saving it to the front of it.
Yeah, they consider 2 silly goals. 2 silly goals. Oh, just a free kick outside the team box.
Yes, outside. Far as
yeah, free kick outside
side.
the team box against Burkina Faso. When Nigeria makes use of that opportunity, this is an opportunity. You know, those days when we are playing football, when I was younger, you know, when we go to the field like this, we use like 1 hour to practice free kick. You understand? We use like 1 hour to practice free kick. You run here, you pass. We have different styles of free kick.
They call it training routine.
Yeah.
There's some training, like this kind of angle now, it's very difficult to bend it.
Yeah, so what you do is what you do in practice that you use here.
Yeah, you just, maybe one person will come, set a pass to me and play a direct shot.
Yeah.
And anything can happen, really. Anything can happen. But for me, it's
Ndukwa is about to bring in 2 Nigerian Precious, and the goal scorer Abdullah is coming out for Precious. And who is the second person? Yeah. The second person is Simon Cletus coming in, and Usman is going out. Usman is going out, and I think that's what I talked about. You study the match from outside and bring in the people that will do the damage.
Honestly, I'm not impressed with this under 17. Honestly. This guy's under 17, Emmanuel Amuneke.
It's better than this.
He's way better. He's way better. If these guys go and play in the World Cup like this, it will be terrible.
It will be really terrible. They really need to do... Quickly again! Oh, that was a beautiful one, but the goalkeeper saved that.
That would be easy save for the goalkeeper. You play
You know, those kind of position, you don't go direct to the... You don't shoot straight to the pole. You plan something. That's what I was telling you.
Look at all this header. That was a good cross, and he ballooned the header.
They just have 4 minutes left to make a difference. It is the 86th minute.
87th, actually.
Yeah.
3 minutes left.
Yeah, 3 minutes left for Nigerian to equalize. Otherwise, we'll be saying bye-bye to the tournament. Bye-bye to World Cup. Bye-bye to the tournament. I'm not seeing any urgency in them that they want to go to the World Cup.
That's just it. You have to deserve something before you get it. I'm not a fan of just blindly patriotic. Burkina Faso deserve this game more so far. Except if they let it slide from their hands. You can't be committing silly mistakes at the quarter-final stage of a competition like this and expect not to be punished.
A beautiful move for the Nigerian side. Quickly cross. What are you talking about? Oh, he missed that. He would have stretched his leg. He has all the long legs. He would have stretched it.
The pass was too much. The pass was not well timed. What's this? What is this? At the diamond, you see what I'm saying?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
It's still the same guy. The same culprit that is responsible for Nigeria's loss.
Ogboji. The same Ogboji. I expected Ndogabari to change that defender. He caused 2 goals and is missing.
No, you can't. If you do things like that, it will kill. It can even kill the guy's career. When you make one mistake,
you give him an opportunity to correct himself. But he's still adding more mistakes instead of correcting himself.
But right now, there are already 2 goals down, so you can't be just changing defenders. You have to think of attacking. And when you think of attacking, you bring him forwards, which has been what Nduka has done so far. And even the 2 goal scorer of Burkina Faso has been substituted too. If Nigeria score now, Nigeria will be at an advantage.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It is 89 minutes in the match between Nigeria and Burkina Faso. 1 minute remaining to regulation time. And any moment from now, the referee will, signal the additional minutes that will be added to this match.
More than 3. I don't think it should be more than 3.
And in the match between Roma and Bayer Leverkusen, it is 87 minutes. Juventus vs Sevilla, 87 minutes. Fiorentina Basel, 88 minutes. And any moment from now, the matches will be rounding up. And the results this stand: Roma 1, Bayer Leverkusen 0. Juventus 0, Sevilla 4.60 odd to win this match. And look at it.
Football. What is falling these guys? Terrible performance.
Good
but
match.
Not terrible for Roma.
Not terrible for Roma. Yeah.
Is doing well.
And doing well. I think that one goal is enough for Roma to. But you don't know what.
One goal is enough to win games.
To win the match, but you don't know what Bayer Leverkusen.
Additional time, 5 minutes.
Okay, the referee has just shown the additional time. 5 minutes added, and how can Nigeria make the difference in this shortest time? 5 minutes, will they be able to make the difference within that 5 minutes? And they're attacking from the left side.
Only time will tell, actually.
You see, when the Nigerian players, when they hold ball, they don't even know what they want to do with the ball. You understand? Look at that. When you hold the ball, this kind of ball, you move back. You understand? You move back and use your chest to control it. But you just head it silly.
The pass was just too much.
Even too much, you can go back.
The pass was too... You can't. There's no way. It's not spring.
You just...
Oh,
Bayer Leverkusen will have equalized. But the defenders were there. So see the goalkeeper. It's already running out of line. Look at that. Is that a shot or a pass? These guys are, I don't know what they do in the academy sometimes. And you tell me you get these guys from the academy and they are playing. Some of these guys in the
sometimes you have talent, but when you're under pressure,
the talent you're talking about is for you to come and use it when
it matters.
When it matters, for you to use it when you're under pressure, that is when you know whether you have talent or not. You look at that, is not even a free kick.
That's a free kick because he didn't get the ball, and it distorted the play. He did. See, what's this?
Against Burkina Faso. Against Burkina Faso, any moment from now, the referee will be
too many.
Looking at it, they say have 2 minutes left to play this match. 2 minutes to decide whether Nigeria is going for the World Cup or not. 2 minutes to decide whether Nigeria will.
Who is he passing to? Playing this, when you set those kind of blind passes, he will ask you, to who?
To who?
That's why intentional play. You have to be intentional about your play. To who? You can't be... What's this?
To who again? That's the same question you're asking. To who? Hey, chance for Nigeria! Oh no! Corner kick.
What is this?
Those guys are so... They're so wasteful. So wasteful. Look at that.
Terrible.
He was able to recover that goal. And
see, what is this? Why is this so in a hurry? Lift this pass. Lift it a little.
Right. 1 minute left for Nigeria. 1 minute left to make a decider whether they will be at the World Cup or not. And that corner kick wasted. Another corner kick wasted.
They should stop shouting. They don't deserve to qualify, honestly. They've been terrible in this game. Terrible. They can't put together 5 passes, 6 passes. Honestly, I'm disappointed in them. And if they don't get a equalizer, congratulations to Burkina Faso.
Any moment from now, the referee will blow the final whistle. They have the last chance, and they are attacking from the left side. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Will they be able to make it? Oh, missed again.
Goal kick.
Corner kick. That should be a corner kick.
Goal kick.
Okay, the referee has given a goal kick. Oh.
Yeah.
This is going to be a bye-bye from the under-17.
And
bye-bye.
You see the first touch? Honestly.
This is what you get We've missed the days of Kanu and Paul. We missed the days of Sime. We missed the days of Awuni.
Honestly, they really need to do better.
We
Ian
miss those
Nacho
days.
too also played on
Yeah,
the
Nacho, yeah.
team.
Yeah, Nacho, yeah. It's time.
And
Yeah.
you look at when Ian Nacho was playing,
yeah.
he was also young.
Was so young, yeah.
And he
so
was
young.
doing very well.
Yeah. So in the match between Roma versus Bayern Leverkusen, it is 4 minutes at a time. 4 minutes has been added into the match, and any moment from now, oh, Basel have scored. It is Basel who have scored against Fiorentina at the 93rd minute. Will the referee give that? These are the kind of moments you score goals that are heartbreaking.
Final whistle.
The final whistle has been blown, and it is 2-1. Burkina Faso have sent Nigeria packing away from the Under-17 African Nations Cup, and also sent Nigeria packing from the World Cup. Bye-bye to World Cup for Nigeria Under-17. They will be missing.
Very terrible performance. Very terrible. Very terrible. That's just all I can say. Terrible performance. Because how can you raise a team for that long? They can't even spring 6, 5.
And it is Burkina Faso who is celebrating. You can see the coach celebrating victory. They will be in the World Cup.
Yes.
They will be in the World Cup.
And
congratulations to Burkina Faso. They have to celebrate. And no wonder they will celebrate.
They deserve it.
That's beautiful.
They deserve it.
And Basel have taken lead against Fiorentina at the 94 minutes. What a game. These are the kind of goals you score that, will disbalance every team at the 94 minutes. And that goal, that goal was scored by Abnoni.
And Basel is a team that has been consistent in the European competitions. So you can't underestimate them. You can't underestimate them. And it seems Sevilla is taking that game home. A goal to nil.
Today, I'm very sure a lot of people think this will cut. Because, I was listening to one betting tip, they were giving tips. They would say, Fiorentina, straight win. One of my friends was copying. Juventus, straight win. One of my friends was copying. He said, today, he said, even me, that's why I don't put them before. Even me, that's why I put them before. They can't confirm. This is a confirmation. But football is not like that anymore.
No.
Football it is Basel who is winning Fiorentina 2-1, and Sevilla are winning Juventus 1-0. And just 1 minute left to the final whistle.
Football is not played by names.
It's not played by name any longer.
It's not played by names. You need to do it. All these stats, if somebody now look at the stat and say, Nigeria 63.3 of the population, they don't know that it was a terrible
one.
Terrible one. Very terrible, honestly. Very terrible. Terrible one.
The match between West Ham vs AZ Alkmaar have come to an end, and it is West Ham who took the day. 2-1. First leg have ended, and West Ham have registered a win.
2-1.
Yeah.
Very close. Second leg we decide it all. It's still very open. It's still very open.
Yeah, very open. Very, very open. Very, very open. And the other matches are still on. And the match between Fiorentina versus Basel have also come to an end. And Basel
winning 2-1.
2-1, 2.5.
That's about 8 odd, or how many odd?
Yeah, about 8 odd.
Wow.
Sevilla.
And the game between Roma and...
Roma have also come to an end. And it is Roma who won. 2.23 odd for Roma. And it's a big one anyway. 4-point-something odd for Juventus, for Sevilla, and they are almost winning, because that's the only match left to come to an end. That's the only match left, and they have played 6 minutes into the additional time. 6 minutes into the additional time. 6 minutes additional time. They have played 6 minutes additional time. And any moment from now, the referee is going to blow the final whistle. That is the only match left. That is the only match left.
When you see a team that is well coached, check out what Roma is doing in the knockout. They know how to. That Mourinho is a master of cup competitions. He knows how to go into it. This 1-0, don't be surprised. At the end of the day, it might just be the only goal. Or maybe better still, the deciding goal.
That's still the deciding goal. And when he goes back to Bayer Leverkusen, he will play all his defensive tactics. I remember those days when he was playing, when he was the manager of Chelsea. Immediately, Chelsea just score one. You just see him run. Bring Mikel Obi, put him at the defensive.
That was later in the second half.
Yes.
But there are games whereby, he's just a pragmatic coach.
Yes.
So that's practically what he does most times. So, but it's been a wonderful night of football. You enjoyed the pace. No, maybe not as the Champions League, what we opened up with, the standard of the Real Madrid and Man City game. But it was still an exciting game of football. So far, so good. Surprising result, so on a surprising night.
Yeah.
And hey.
Yeah, if you ask me, the game, Fiorentina and Basel is one of the most surprising. Oh! And Juventus have equalized the last minute of the match. The last minute of the match. Juventus have equalized. What a game. What a game.
Wow.
What a game. And the goal was scored by Gatti at the 97th minute.
Wow. And one thing you should also know is Sevilla knows how to play at home.
Yeah.
They put Man U to the sword 3-0 at home. They know how to win at home. Many of these, when they defeated PSV too, what they did was to win at home 3-0. So they know how to win at home. So looking at this game.
The goal was scored at the 97th minute by Gatti and an assist from Danilo. Danilo gave that assist. What a day of football. What a day of football. An exciting football. We've seen it. Not the way we predicted, but not the way we thought. But yeah, we are seeing the result.
Football has its way of announcing its own result. And
but I don't know what actually happened. Why will this kind of time be added? 9 minutes added into the match between Juventus and this. And yeah. We are having how many yellow cards? There's so much yellow card in this match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yellow cards. No, more than 6 yellow cards. 7 yellow cards in the match between Juventus versus Sevilla. And the match has just come to an end. The match has just come to an end. What a day of football. Yes. What a day of football. The match has just come to an end. Juventus 1, Sevilla 1. Roma 1, Bayer Leverkusen 0. Fiorentina 1, Basel 2. West Ham 2, and AZ Alkmaar 1. That is the result. Nigeria 1, Burkina Faso 2. Bye-bye to World Cup for Nigeria under 17. Bye-bye from the Nations Cup to Nigeria. So, Mr. Dayemi, we have seen it all, how it went today. So can you just summarize everything before we go?
Good game of football, surprising results, and, well, it's all good. It's football. It's like biscuit. Many times you don't know where it will crack. And today, it has cracked where we have seen. Just let's savor the moment, enjoy. Those on the winning side, congratulations. Those on the losing side, tomorrow is another day. Yeah.
Tomorrow is another day. Those on the winning side, those on the losing side, tomorrow is another day. So, so far, the second leg will be coming up very soon.
Next week.
Next week, the second leg will be coming up next week, and next week we'll decide those who will qualify for the final.
Yes.
Those who will qualify for the final, and we'll be expecting another beautiful day of football.
Yes, beautiful day indeed.
So that is how far we can go. This is Premier Sport Fan Center. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. When you subscribe, you will always get notification. You will always get entertained. You will always get all the analysis from Premier Sport Fan Center. We also bring you an in-depth of what we are doing here. You will always like football. Premier Sport is a place to be. Don't forget to subscribe. For now, this is how far we can go for today. Don't forget to join us on Saturday as we come back again to give you, to analyze the matches lined up for Saturday. For now, it is bye-bye from us. Mr. James, thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So for now, it is bye-bye. See you on Saturday.
There are two chances, just like you said. Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball that he could have scored. At least he could have given, even if he didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?